So we're going to do some hand kiting here. Hand kiting basically is kiting the wing without a harness. And this one, raise it real nice. Let me show you something else about this particular wing. If you hold like this with the D's and the C's, toward the center of the wing, it flies much, much better. Flies much, much better that way. Now,
never they did this
your hand
way,
this
yeah?
way. Turn your hand over. Easier. And then make it almost just like that. Loose circle. Loose circle. Relax his hand. With a circle. No, I understand, but I'm going to show you something. Okay? But if you have a loose fingers, make a circle like this, and allow these to all slide, okay, so that the malleons come to the point, and that way everything's the same length instead of strangling. There you go. So we're hand kiting right now. Hand kiting the Macpara Muse 3. This is a 21 square meter wing. The wing that JT Wordle's flying is an 18 square meter wing, which is a little bit smaller than that. So again, that's JT Wordle that just landed. JT Wordle landing his Viterazzi 185 Moster engine with an 18 square meter BGD Bruce Goldsmith design Luna wing. It actually kites that way good too because you're supporting these other risers there. Yeah, that's my wife's wing. Well, basically it's the brakes and the D's in the other way. I don't do mine backwards like that. I do mine. That's what I showed the first time. As long as the result is this. See how it's done? Front tucks it over. JT Wordle, you did good. You stayed in the pack. Looked good. Nice show for the folks. I like it. If you pull the aids, what happens is the nose comes this way. Yeah. See, that's got a crease in the middle. So what I try to do is just support it so that it doesn't have to crease. So JT, how was it up there? It looked great. You flew the pattern. It was great.
Thank you. Yeah, the air is fine. You'll get a little. The good landing on my first one, GoPro off. The slippery landing, I got my basketball shoes on, and I tried to slide in. Yeah, it did flop. Yeah, I slipped. Okay. Yeah. Oh, lovely, lovely.
What could you see up there, JT Wordle? And where are you from, JT? Where are you from? From St. Augustine, Florida. What could you see up there, JT?
I can see some beautiful. Yep, I know. I could see some beautiful airplanes. Beautiful airplanes. Stay away from there. Lovely. Look at the clouds. So magical. Really, really lovely. But the campground, see all the people coming in. Yeah, we love this fly-in show. It's so good, and they're just going to keep coming.
It's very nice to fly here at Sun and Fun 2022 because there's thousands or so airplanes here, and you get to see them all, don't you?
Oh, definitely. Anything you can think of is here. You got your warplanes, your vintage. I can't help but think my dad was a Navy instructor, and I think of my old dad. He's gone now, but I see the old World War II planes, and just love it. And with me, I get up because I'm at one with the world. I'm just talking to people up there. It's just so beautiful.
Every time we fly, we're a little bit closer to God, aren't we?
Definitely, definitely. You can feel it up there. It's so magical. That's the right name for this. It's Flying Paradise.
There you go. Well, I'll let you go ahead and take your stuff off. You said you're yeah. So how did you like kiting the Macpera Muse?
It's very nice to kite. It comes up easily and easy to handle it.
And what is your name and where are you from?
I'm Benjamin. I'm from Dominican Republic. We live there. I'm Swiss. We have a paraglider school.
And you have a paragliding school there?
Yes, we have. We are Aerolite Dominicana.
Aerolite Dominicana. And excellent. So how long have you been teaching powered paragliding?
About 20 years.
20 years. Excellent. I just retired from that on Christmas Day after 15 years of teaching.
I will be retired too. Now I'm doing a lot of ultralight with Quicksilver and flying tandems on fly products, trikes, and still love it.
It's nice to turn it over to the kids though, isn't it? Let the kids do it.
Well, that was perhaps the best part of all that I have been enjoying that with my two sons. They are starting to fly with 11 and 12 years. And now they are all pilots.
And how old are your kids now?
Now they are 33, 35. This was my first instructor.
And I met Luis, how long ago?
Ooh. So how long what?
8 years?
I see you? It's maybe 8 years.
Yeah. So we saw each other 8 years ago. And where were we 8 years ago?
In the beach blast. The first time the beach blast and all over.
Lots of places. One thing about the PPG community, the powered paragliding community, is that it's a family. And everybody knows everybody because there's only a couple thousand of us out there really in America.
No event special and back apple and beach blast.
How did you like Beach Blast?
Man, it's the best. Everybody pray for somebody doing again, man. We waiting for you doing again, man. It's so nearby to the beach. I love flying on the beach.
I do too. I really like doing the foot launch tandems off of the beach. That's so good.
Yeah. Most of the time, sometime, depending on the weather and the time, we fly in Ormond Beach.
Ormond Beach?
Yeah, he's friendly, PPG friendly. They let you fly there. As soon as you respect, the houses and the hotel resort and the people on the beach, they no complain. We have year flying there when we have time and the weather is coming.
And everybody follows the FAR 103 rules. Don't be a hazard to any person or property, and make sure they don't fly in any airspace that is unfriendly, right?
Yeah, we try to keep the rules because we don't want to lose places. PPG community all the time lost places. We try to find more and more and more and try to keep the rule of 103.
And like Luis is saying, one of the reasons we're losing spaces is because people don't follow the rules and they scare other individuals. And then when you scare other people, non-pilots, they say, oh, we need to stop this because they're going to hurt themselves or others. Isn't that right, Luis?
Yeah, it's right. It's right. Especially the farmers. Most of us in Central Florida, we fly over farmers. And every time I meet or invite people to fly with us, Kissimmee, St. Cloud, so I make a little briefing to explain. You know the rules because everybody fly over farmers. So don't fly lower over the cow. Don't chase animal. Keep fly higher because some people come to me because everybody know me in Kissimmee. I'm the first to create a group in Kissimmee. So anything, okay, call Luis. You know.
That's right. In fact, if anybody out there needs to call Luis, he'll give you his phone number right now.
Yes. My phone number is 407-744-3469. Everybody's welcome to fly in Kissimmee with our group. We fly in different places nearby to the city, but we respect the airspace. We make briefing every time we're going to fly with the people. They don't know the place. We invite. Many people come Saturday in the morning, and you know.
So who are some of the people you fly with out there and some of the names of the other PPG pilots?
Sometimes Buck Curry and Big Bull, Ricardo Marini, and some people from they coming from places in Central Florida. Most of the time is strike community. Food lunches, we don't have too much food lunches, maybe 2 or 3, but at least sometimes Saturday morning we meet 10, 11 trikes. Most of the people who fly trike is more respectful because we are older and we fly more, conservative. So, but most of my crew is trikes.
So, Luis, I'm going to have to come and fly with you out there. I haven't done that yet. I've flown with you a lot at many of these other fly-ins, but not at your place out there in Ormond Beach. I think I'll have to do that.
Yeah, Ormond Beach, normally I check the weather a couple of days before because it's for expert pilot. Ormond Beach is not for beginning because you don't have too space from the sea. So depends. If the weather is coming from southeast, east, or northeast, it's flyable. But it's very technical. It's only for food launches, no trikes. That's why I have a small top 80 to use it sometime when I go to fly on the beach. But other places we fly with is in St. Cloud area, in different construction site, no posted. So, and Okeechobee, I made 2 events in Okeechobee this year. I made one in January, and the another was a month ago. Was found a friend of mine, Marcos, is the owner to the farm, and they got a private runway. He's a PPG pilot too, and he told me, "Hey, Louis, let's make an event in my property." Perfect. It's very nice. More than 100 something pilot we met last month, and we put it in the schedule to. You remember the compound
That's Palm Bay compound.
No, but it's okay. The Palm Bay compound. We can. Yeah, me too. But they can't do camping anymore. But now everybody go to the Okeechobee. Okeechobee is gonna be the new compound.
So that's the new Let's Go Fly. So can I bring my motorhome there and camp out?
Yeah, in Okeechobee, no matter it's event or not, you can call Marco's wife, Christina, and you make reservation. You can bring a couple guys, sign a waiver, and you can camp in. You pay something to stay there, and they got some facility for people who camping in town. They got a shower and bathroom. They moving forward and they go improve it because it's new for them, but it's gonna be nice. So I can send you the phone of Christina, and you can bring people to there.
Let's please do. Send me the information there. You've got my card with there's the PPG on the back, but that would be good. Raiders, thank you, Raiders. Raiders take care of us here, and we really.
So when you are now, where you moving?
I'm not at Pine Island. I'm at Lake Susie Airport, but there's. There, PBG Gorilla. Yeah, he's had a lot of his booth over there.
He was in the Okeechobee. John Ripa is nice guy. He helped me with the event. And couple guy was nice. So next year we plan to do the same thing, January and May.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll plan on my wife and I coming out and spending the weekend with you guys and flying because it's good. I haven't been to a fly in a little while because I was so busy with the school, but that sounds like fun.
Yeah, Okeechobee is nice. Kissimmee, you know, we fly in different construction sites. We don't have a specific private property. So we fly in some open land, you know. I check the weather when it's coming and see to the crew, okay, the wind is coming from north, we need to fly in that area. Or it's coming south, we need to avoid fly over Kissimmee. We can fly over Kissimmee.
So what Luis is saying basically that we're going to fly into the wind, and we make sure that everybody flies upwind of the LZ, make sure everybody stays safe.
It's the same technique for fly paramotor. You take off in the morning, fly into the wing, and you come back tailwind.
Yep. So typically we say you fly your first half tank into the wind, and that way you can make it back to the LZ easily, right?
Yeah, you're coming faster when you come back, you know.
Well, I'll tell you what, please send me that information, and we'll get that out there. This is the best email here, paul@planetpbg.com.
Yeah, I can this is a cell phone, yeah?
Yeah.
I can text you the
Sure.
nice guys.
Excellent.
And you say, Luis told me about this. I want to reserve for a couple RVs or whatever, and you can camp in there for 3 or 4 days, whatever you want. They have 2 or 3 spots with you. But they plan to improve. Okay, John.
You guys have fun. Let's go fly. We've got all kinds of things going. Wind is kind of out. That means the rotor is full now. And yeah, man, do it to it. And I think Amelia's got something more she wants to say. Amelia, what do you want to say?
Do you want to hear me sing next year?
Of course we do.
Yay!
Okay, so we're going to put it in the books. Amelia's going to be singing next year. We appreciate you, Amelia. And you sing good, too.
We'll have everything broke down and ready to pull it out of here. Yeah, so. Okay. Thank you. All right, we know this is 26. Atlanta, that's, so, yeah. I think somebody's just, Go ahead. Davenport, that's 26. During the middle, that's Bushcad. They are in Bushcad.
Just steer it. Just steer it. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get the harness tight. Oh, you got a drum here.
Turn around, I'm behind you.
You need knee surgery, right?
Gallbladder.
Okay, gallbladder. How recently?
This was 6-7 weeks.
Probably about 6 weeks ago, yeah.
So you're good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's good, yeah.
I wouldn't do it otherwise. My boss would kick my butt.
That's right.
And I'm not kidding about that.
That's right.
You get a foot up that high?
What's that?
I can get a stool. I can get a stool.
She did kick my ass from any help.
Yeah.
That's right.
So is this a free flying harness as
No,
well?
this is actually a Fresh Breeze motor harness.
Well, if they're going to start flying, do you think we should put the thing up? Do you think we should put the thing up if we're going to start flying?
Wouldn't be a bad idea. Wasn't cold enough in there.
There goes Paul. Look at him. Out there with his harness on with the wind. Oh, he's still flying. He just didn't bring his motor.
Okay, here's the latest update. They're going to keep us on the hard top, and we're going to come out where that twin went across the other day.
That's what you want.
All right.
No,
But that's all the way over here near me.
It does that much more.
You have to stop the traffic way over there then, Johnny, if he comes across this way.
Makes it look easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're there. You can stop traffic. They've got it under control where they're at, but we'll have to stop it over here on this end. And Greg's got that.
Yeah, I've got to take it to it. Yeah. I'm going to give a copy to your dad, too. You did wonderful. You did a wonderful job. You sounded so good. No, you sounded really good.
Okay, just turning onto the roadway here now, so we might as well block it.
Larry?
Stand for it, push it back.
Some wire.
Have you got some wire? Nope. You good?
Yeah, I just don't want to do the wire.
Yeah.
That'd be a bad deal.
That would be, yeah. All right.
Now, I remember how to do it, like, up, all the way to the end of the
Yeah.
thingy,
Yeah.
and then,
All right. Now then, we're just going to hold on to it and start rolling.
yeah, we can. Wait a minute,
Okay.
that,
Yeah, that's okay. All right.
kind of short.
Are we good?
How high you want to take it before we get
I will have to take it all the way, because we haven't any other way to hold it up.
Yeah. Hey, John, are you tall?
I've got it.
Okay, you got it?
I'm in the middle on this
Okay.
chair. I can
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to, yeah,
hold
kind
on
of
to it,
short.
John. I got it.
No, I'll talk to the other one. See if you could
I would be. All right, there we go. I'm coming down there with my chair, John. We've had more pants today, I see. Shit, yeah.
It's like you know what the hell we're doing.
We actually try to
Do you?
tell anybody. We're trying to make it look like we do. All right, we're up. We are open for business. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Wendy. All right, here we go. 4 and 5.
Okay.
Take off, fine, we're in. Mednick. Yeah. Yeah, he'll take you out. He's going to take Amelia up for sure, and then he said he would come back and get you some. And two, if you want to go in the gyro, you might want to go talk to him right behind the form stand right there. You go up in the gyro cover. Yeah, Mednick is right there. He's getting, I don't know when now. Today is the 9th.
Okay.
He's over there in the hat and the blue jeans walking away from his machine.
How many takeoffs?
4 takeoffs and 5 landings.
Okay.
One of the takeoffs is a departure.
Okay.
Good morning. Good, how are you? But if you wanna run, if you wanna go down there where that Revo is sitting, when he gets back over there, you can ask him.
Is it the chrome one?
Well, this is that one that's got the red, white, and blue on it. One of those two. They're both down there. So.
What was his name?
Mednick. It's either Phil or Larry. One of those two are down there with it. If he's short and a red hat, that's Phil. Is he still doing his 9 o'clock briefing? No, I just think that should bring it.
I think some people still over there.
Yeah, I think they're doing the manufacturers now. She'll bring both of those when they're done.
credit all you want here. As long as we don't get it tangled up in any of the vendors' airplanes, you're okay.
Yay.
Yeah, you can play.
Yeah.
And the
Let's show
sip of
it
tea.
off. Let's show it off.
Oh, that's not mine. That's your cup.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta be a good boy. I can't take your cup anymore.
Well, I don't care if you take it. If you put coffee in it, just don't be spitting my coffee out.
What? Would I spit your coffee out?
You did.
Yes. Yes, I would. And have. I like tea. Tea good.
That's right. That's right.
Saw a Challenger launch, and then I saw Jeremy Knoll from Bushcad taxi down. He's got that beautiful, I think it was black with orange. That's Jeremy Knoll.
Nope. No.
Bushcat? Oh, he's a YouTube guy, so you know. So let's talk to Bushcat, really, so they know.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, you're going to be seeing Bushcat Tom taking off here at the Ultralight Field. He is a YouTube phenomenon for us here. One of our customers who we built this beautiful orange and black Bushcat for about year and a half ago. He is absolutely loving his aircraft. This is a nose wheel version. He's headed back to Wisconsin with it. He's flown this Bushcat from Wisconsin here down to Sun and Fun for us. And time to go home, unfortunately. This Bushcat is built in South Africa as a backcountry bush plane. It is short takeoff and landing, less than 300 feet is all you need.
So why would he depart when they've got such a beautiful day? He should fly the pattern a bunch and show the capabilities of this beautiful Bushcat.
Yeah, he definitely should, but he does have to get back home. Unfortunately, it is, about a 10-hour flight for him, and he's trying to make it home before the weather turns back north.
But you can go to LP22 Bushcat, and I think Jeremy's over there, isn't he?
Yeah, he absolutely is. Oh, Jeremy's right there.
There's Jeremy.
Stands.
I
Hi,
see
Jeremy.
him over there. Jeremy, come on over and say hi to everybody. I'll tell you what, I really loved it. The last Sun and Fun we were here, you had the zebra-striped Bushcat.
Yep.
Where is that airplane? Tell us what's going on.
So that airplane right now is at our DeLand location. We're actually doing some modifications to it. We're fixing it up a little bit. As you know, it is in a flight school there. So it gets used and abused. We're doing a recover for it. It's due for a recover. It was showing its age. So hopefully next year you'll see the Zebra back here and flying again.
You said used and abused. I'm sure that the students aren't abusing the Bushcat.
Oh, you know how it works in a flight school. So, but it can take it. It can really take it. So that's one of the airplanes out here that if I was going to use and abuse, the Bushcat can take it.
Yeah, it's built as a backcountry bush plane in South Africa for sort of the rugged, backcountry terrain. It's built in a very modular format so that if you do need a repair, it's a simple bolt-on, bolt-off process, and then you get it up and running in no time. So one of the benefits to the Bushcat is not only affordable in the first place, but it's very affordable to maintain.
Now, I'm surprised that you didn't put the Bushcat in the Husky Stoll National demonstration that's been here.
Well, it was supposed to be.
I signed up for it, but that wind was just a little too much. I didn't want to take any chances here, and we all know how that works with the insurance companies. So hopefully if the wind stays like this, I would like to see if we can get out here tonight.
That sounds really good, and obviously got the opportunity to fly now. The winds aren't so bad. It is a crosswind, but at least it's a northerly direction instead of south that we've had all week. The rotor from the trees is next to nothing because it's all behind the trees on the lee side. So right now the wind is actually in a pretty good direction. It's not the best. It's not down the runway, but it's a lot better than it has been, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So actually I was just thinking about going back and getting it out and doing a couple laps.
Well, let me make sure that you don't get held up here anymore. Get that Bushcat out here, Jeremy. We want to see that thing fly.
Perfect. Thank you, Paul.
All right, get out there and fly, and we'll talk with your lovely sweetie here, and she can give us the information. Now, the Bushcat, what engine's in there?
We have the Rotax 912 ULS engine on the Bushcat. It seems to be the best engine, at least at this point, for the performance. You can also get this Bushcad as a tail dragger, as well as nose wheels. So the configuration is there. It's available ready to fly or as a kit. The kit is really a very, very simple construction. It's actually 350 to 400 hours to build. Very, very quick assembly mostly. There's not a whole lot of fabrication involved, but it does fall into the 51% rule. So we do have it listed under the kit list for the FAA. The ready to fly is considered an SLSA. We do the factory assemblies for the United States out of our location up in Illinois. But we started expanding down to DeLand, Florida. So we're doing a little bit of assembly there. But in both locations, we do flight training for light sport. Anything from sport pilot up to commercial pilot. So, you know, our idea is to be able to provide an affordable way to fly, not only when purchasing an aircraft, but also when training in the aircraft. And the Bushcad is the phenomenal type of trainer airplane that makes it actually quite fun to fly.
Now, are you having any transportation issues getting these kits, basically, from overseas?
You know, Paul, you would think so, but you know, knock on wood, so far we really have not. When we say you're going to get a kit in 3 to 4 months, you're going to get a kit in 3 to 4 months. The containers have been coming right through. We get them through the New Jersey port. So really, we haven't had the nightmares that others have seen.
Like on the West Coast?
Yeah, it seems like that's the problem child
the
over
left coast. Now, are you sending them through Bayonne?
So they come through from Cape Town or Durban, South Africa, come all the way up through New Jersey port. Then they hop from there onto the rail. And then from the rail, they get to Chicago, and then by truck to us.
Yeah, I was wondering, in Bayonne, New Jersey, that's one of the big ports in Bayonne, New Jersey.
You know, I'm not familiar with the name of the port, but yeah, that must be.
And
probably.
Folks that are from Bayonne probably won't mind me saying this, but the last time I was there, it was pretty rusty.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, folks out here, they say they're from New Jersey, and the first thing I ask them is, what exit? And the funny thing about it, they answer, and then they start laughing because they know that's the standard thing. I'm from New Jersey. What exit?
Nice.
So, Jeremy Knoll, your sweetie pie, is going to be taking out the Bushcad. Which Bushcad is he going to bring out this time?
He's going to be bringing out 719 Bravo Charlie. That is actually the aircraft we brought from our location in Illinois. So that had a long trip down here as well. This is up in our flight school up north. And it's a nose wheel configuration. This one actually has a very simple panel package. So if anybody's thinking they want to purchase something like what he's going to be flying, you can count on a price approximately $87,500 ready to fly.
And that's brand new.
Brand new.
That is not bad. Honey. Honey.
And then goes back
She's
to
the CFO, by the way.
goes back to our concept of affordability. We really want people to be able to have that dream of flight, not only in purchasing an aircraft, but training in an aircraft.
So if I came in and I was poor, I had just a few dollars in my pocket, what's the absolute cheapest I can get out with a Bushcad? The absolute cheapest, the bare minimum.
Well, $87,500.
Oh, so that's
already
already your rock bottom.
Now that's factory built, you know, but you can choose to build the kit yourself, and you could probably save some money there too. You probably end up, if you do the same exact type of build as our basic package, you probably land somewhere in the low 70s.
So you're an LP22, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's Light Plane 22 here at Paradise City, Sun and Fun 2022. Now, we're live streaming this to many Facebook pages, YouTube pages, as well as ATC Live. So how can people contact you guys?
Well, you can simply reach us at bushcatusa.com. That's a very simple domain that transfers over to our Aerosport page. Aerosport is our company name as the U.S. distributor of the Bushcat. The other website is fly-aerosport.com.
And I know the Bushcat's really fun to fly because I see you guys smiling all the time when you're flying it.
That's exactly the expression that we get every time somebody jumps in. They just laugh because it is a lot of fun.
Now, this has stick or yoke control, or
Nope, it's a center stick. So
Center stick.
we basically have dual flight controls. We do have something that's very unique to the Bushcat, and that is the throttle, which is integrated into the armrest. So each side can fly the aircraft equally with the center stick in the middle. Flap control is mechanical right in the middle as well. We like to keep it simple concept.
can you disable the? Let's say I'm taking a youngster up. Can you disable the throttle on one side or the other? Or you just have to tell them, don't touch that.
You can tell them don't touch that, or you can simply lift the armrest upwards, so it's less.
So yes, you can take it
accessible.
out of reach.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. And that's always important to make sure that everybody's safe and that you keep the controls out of the way of individuals that may not know what they do. What does this do?
Exactly.
Right?
Yep. Those Young Eagles flights are always fun.
Yeah, no doubt. Tell us about that.
Well, we do like to take part in our Young Eagles program up at our airport in Illinois. We're part of EAA 932 up there, and I'm actually the Young Eagles coordinator. We love to try and get kids up, and they look at something like the Bushcat, and they just have a heck of a lot more fun being able to look out the window versus a 172 that they can't really quite see over the top. So they
Good
enjoy
point.
that.
I was talking to the kids earlier about phone books, you know, because they were saying they could barely see. I said, well, you can put a phone book. And they looked at me funny and said, what's a phone book?
Yep.
We know what phone books are. I mean, you may not. You're pretty young yourself.
No, I know a phone book. Trust
Okay,
me.
but
Trust me. But thank you for that. I
You're welcome.
appreciate
And
that.
you know
yeah.
what's funny? I even asked them the question. I said, all right, a phone book is a book that had telephone numbers in there. So here's a quiz. Part of it's white pages and the other's yellow pages. Can you tell me what white pages and yellow pages for? And they didn't know that either.
Nope.
Go figure.
Yeah, it's scary.
All right, so it is scary. So let's talk about something else scary, and that's we're not getting enough youth in aviation. Now, you've been talking about the Young Eagles and all that. What else do you think we could do to pull the kids out of those phones and computers, out of the virtual world, and get them into the real world? What do you think we can do?
So, you know, honestly, that's kind of that concept of our company, that we're trying to make it affordable. So that's, I think, the biggest barrier is that it became so costly for a young person to try and get their pilot license. We can help them achieve that by simply providing affordable training. If you rent something like a Bushcat, for example, you know, the operating costs are extremely low for us, so we're not going to go price it out to be just competitive. We're going to price it out at $110 wet, okay? You can rent that airplane. You can, you know, with an instructor, you can still get at least a sport pilot license to get yourself going and flying. Eventually make your way up to private or commercial if you wanted to. But at least that provides you a step at a more affordable cost.
And where can we do that?
You can do that at DeLand. We have a location in DeLand at the DeLand Municipal Airport. You can also do that in northern Illinois by we're at a very country airport called Galt Airport. It's a private airport open to the public, but we provide the training there.
And we just saw Phil Mednick go by in his Evolution aircraft. Evolution aircraft is in booth 16, LP16. And, of course, coming up now is the A32 Vixen, and that's an Aeropract, and they're in booth 26. That would be booth 26. I'll tell you what, we really appreciate Jeremy and you doing what you can do for the Young Eagles and the young aviators out there, and keeping the Bushcat fun and affordable sure does make a good first step in letting people attain those goals.
Yeah, we really, that's one of our goals, and that's kind of something we really like to push. You know, we're in DeLand. We're actually located so close to Daytona Beach, Embry-Riddle. Even those poor kids, they have to pay over $30,000 for a private pilot license.
That's Phil Mednick going up Evolution aircraft, LP16. That's the Revolt wing. And the Rev taking off. I called that the dirt bike of this guy, and he says, no, I think that's more like the dune buggy of this guy. I said, that's fine. It's really a weight shift trike. Very, very nice. That's a light sport also, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Evolution Trike definitely has a very high-quality product. I love their stuff. We're really good friends with Larry and Amy, and we always say, let's get each other up in each other's airplanes, and we just get so busy at these shows we never get a chance to. One day.
Yep. And that's Phil Mednick, Larry's dad, and Amy is Larry's wife. And Amy's a good pilot. Boy, I tell you what.
Yeah, she's also an instructor, so anybody wants to learn fly a trike, go see Amy.
Yep, and she's got the Patriot wing that she flies right now. I think it's a 16 square meter wing.
You know, I don't know the specs on it, but I know it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Red, white, and blue. Everybody loves the red, white, and blue. Well, most people like the red, white, and blue. We won't get political here, but unfortunately, the edges of the flag might be tarnished a little at this time, frayed slightly. But it's a beautiful day here. Winds are, we'll check the, Ricky, can you tell me what the winds are? It's a little panel between the computer.
7 gusting to 11.
So it's 7 gusting 11. It's not bad. Really not bad. 7 gusting 11. So, but it is crosswind. It's coming out of the north, so it's definitely across the runway. At least it's not coming over the trees like it has been from the south so much. So it is flyable, and you saw powered paragliders flying this morning, at least one of them. That was JT Wardle, and he's been flying a lot on Ormond Beach area here in Florida, and also Lake Okeechobee with Luis. So there's all kinds of aircraft from light sport to ultralights here. And here at Paradise City, Sun and Fun 2022, you can make your dreams come true in aviation. Urge you to go check out Bushcad over there in LP22. Yeah, they do that. They do that. And we're going to check out the people in the audience here that's checking out. Sir, I see you've got a very big camera. You're taking some pictures here, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, close.
Yes, sir.
And what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Derek Waiters. I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Keep it close.
Derek Waiters from Dallas, Texas. I'm a aviation photographer and came out to Fun and Sun this year. I hadn't been here in several years, so I decided to come out this year for a few days and hang out.
Excellent. We are live streaming this. Camera's right up there, so you're visible on there. Anybody you want to say hi to?
I'd like to say hello to my wife, Roxanne, who let me come out and play this week.
Yay, Roxanne. She's a nice
And
lady.
All the professional photographers and members of ISAP, the International Society of Aviation Photographers.
Excellent. And there's an actual aviation society photographers. I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. It's an international group. A lot of them are here today. And they're spread out all over the country, actually all over the world. And I've been part of that for like 5 years after my first Fun and Sun. Also, I heard you earlier speak about getting more young people involved in aviation, and we've got to take it to them, and particularly in high schools in various communities. In my area, we have the commemorative air show, so a lot of students come out. So connecting with them in high school at an early age and let them come out and see and take them up for test flights.
Let them see that the real world is actually more fun than the virtual world. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, exactly. I mean, if I was at one air show, one of the commemorative air shows, and there were a lot of kids hanging out, and they had never actually seen a real airplane up close. So we've got to market. It's a marketing thing. We got to take it to them and let them actually see it, and then they'll tell their friends, and that's a better way to get them involved. And then if we have, young pilots in different areas, let them start speaking at some of the different schools.
Yep, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. And it's very important that we do that. We just saw the Aeropract A32 Vixen take off, LP26, and this is Amy Nednick. Hey, Amy. There you go. She's flying the Patriot wing. When you take off, you'll see that red, white, and blue. How do you like that wing?
That's pretty cool. I came through yesterday and decided to come over and just spend some time photographing some of the ultralights and find out more about those about the aircraft.
It's a lot more exciting on this side, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you what, the energy level when everybody's flying, we got a lot going on. Did you see the Husky Stoll National demonstration that was here last night?
No, I didn't.
I bet there was 2,000 people here.
Wow.
And it was evidenced by the number of beer cans that were littered throughout the area that we had to pick up this morning. And here's the other one. Revo. That's the Bumblebee. Nice colors on that one.
Kind of reminds you of something from a movie.
It does, doesn't it? That's a Transformers, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I haven't seen the movie, but I know the kids talk about it.
Well, a lot of them talk about Bumblebee.
Yeah, she's talking about it.
Oh, she knows.
Of course. She's 10. Yeah. Did you hear her sing Star Spangled Banner this morning?
No, I didn't. Can you do it again for us? Well, maybe a little later. Everybody can be entertained by your lovely voice.
Well, do you have another song? Because if we do Star Spangled Banner, everybody will stop and put their hand over their heart and all that. Do you have another song you can sing for us? Think about it for a minute and get back to me on that, okay? I know you got one, Amelia. I know you got one. All right, well, you think about it, okay? All right, so we're going to watch Amy here take off. I'm going to get the book and so I can give you the specifications on that one. I believe that is I've got the blue book over here. My brains are in this blue book, you see. So that's Amy Mednick. That's Larry's wife. And she's going to be flying the Patriot wing on the Revo Lt. It's the Revo Lt. And the Revo Lt provides a very cost-effective and safe approach to two-seat flying in the recreational aviation market for those who like to fly low and slow with a choice of very docile wings. It's a great way for anyone to get started in two-place trikes without the high cost of more complex light sport aircraft. The Revo Lt comes standard with no front strut and an 18.7-gallon fuel tank, 21-inch tires. So you can get into any of the unimproved airports, the grass strips all around. And it's very, very affordable. Airports are very optional. And, of course, with no front strut, the visibility is second to none. And that one, I think that's Phil flying that one right there. And that's the Revolt. And that thing will cruise about 80 miles an hour. Stalls at 33. Takeoff distance is 133 feet. 133 feet with a takeoff on that one. And there's another Revolt. Again, Evolution Aircraft. Evolution Aircraft is an LP-16. That's LP-16. And the Rival X wing on that one with the Revolt. And that's Amy Mednick just now taking off. Amy Mednick. So it looks like it's the entire Mednick family up and flying today. They're ruling the skies. That's Evolution Aircraft and LP-16. I see the Bumblebee coming out the end of the runway, waiting for the signal from the Red Hats that they can launch. And there they go. That is going to be the Revo Lt. Bumblebee. All the kids know the Bumblebee from the Transformers fame. And I believe that one has the Rotex 582 on there. Probably about 70 miles an hour. And the Revo Lt comes standard with no front strut. 18.5-gallon tank. That's the Aeropract A32 Vixen. A32 Vixen. Aeropract is an LP-26. I believe that's Dennis Long flying that. We'll confirm that in a minute. When he comes by, we'll be able to look in. That cockpit has all glass, so you have great visibility. Evolution Aircraft Revolt. A lot of folks say that the Revolt is a mud buggy for the sky. Definitely doesn't need much runway to take off or land. And I think that's Andy Humphreys in there. No, that's not. We're checking this pilot sign-in sheet. It's definitely not Dennis Long or Sam Peachy, who's been flying the bejeebies out of that thing. Sam Peachy has left the building. Sam Peachy has left the building. He's a great guy. He typically flies with Kolb, and Kolb has the Firefly and Firestar and a bunch of those others, but didn't have a vendor booth this year. Who? What time is the stall starting today? 6? So today, right here at Paradise City, from 6 to 6:45 will be the Husky Stoll National Demonstrations. Last night we had 10 pilots for a fantastic show. Had a couple thousand people all along the fence here. Really, really nice show. It's a demonstration, so we can't say that somebody actually won, because in a demonstration there is no, quote, winner or loser. It's a demonstration to show the capabilities of not only the aircraft but the pilot's skill. And I can tell you the pilot's skill is exceptional in what they're doing.
I don't have any maps. They could have some left over at the headquarters tent in there if there's any there's over there. The one, the open tent. Yeah, the big open white tent. Here? Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
So we heard a little bit ago about association of photographers that are into aviation and taking notes. We'll get a little bit more information from that individual a little bit. He's been out here taking some good pictures of the folks flying. We saw JT Wordle flying this morning in his titanium Mac Fly with a 185 Viterazzi motor on it. And Bruce Goldsmith designed wing called the Luna. Had all the colors of the rainbow in there. You know what? I was sweating. I took my
That's because this wind and you're not in the sunshine, it is cold.
Yeah, that's true. When you're not in the sunshine, it gets a little cool. I'm going to put my wind jacket back on. And we've got somebody without a shirt on down there. He must be from Canada. Either that or Minnesota. We've had a couple of those guys here, the Minnesotans. There he is, putting his sunscreen on. He's going to sunbathe out here. I'm gonna guess Minnesota. Good-looking guy down there, black shorts. He's putting his shirt back on. All you girls, just calm down. Calm down. He did that on the full view of the webcam, everybody. We're live streaming this on various Facebook channels and YouTube channels, so he might get some calls. You never know. Advertising goes a long way these days, doesn't it? So here we go. That's a Revolt just landing. And with the full face helmet on there, I can't tell who's flying. If I guessed, I think that one's Phil. He's going to turn around and we'll see. He's looking behind him to see if his other family members are in the way. Up there's plane coming in. Who's this now? Let's see.
That's that Challenger.
That's not a Challenger. It doesn't look like a Challenger.
Plain Bay is probably departing for the day. Departure out of the
It looks almost like a kit box, but we don't have information on that. It's tough to say. Here comes another Mednick. I can say that. I don't know if it's Phil, Larry, or Amy. They're all flying right now. That's going to be Amy because she's got the Patriot wing. And that particular one right there is the Rev X. Excuse me, that's the Rev XS. And she's got the Patriot wing. That's Amy Mednick. Great pilot. Great pilot. Give it a good show. She's got that big jacket on. And that aircraft, last time Sun and Fun here, won Best in Show for her wing. Everybody really likes that one. That's the Rev X Patriot edition. And that's the newest in the line, and that is a 10.9 meter wing. It cruises at about 70 mile an hour, but you can go 80 or 100 mile an hour in a dive. It's got a Rotex 582 on there, so it's got plenty of power. And that's going to be Amy Mednick. Now, this one here is the Revo LT. The LT has got a lot more. That could be West Frey. It could be West Frey in that one. And that's a very, very cost-effective and safe approach to two-seat flying in a recreational aviation market. Here's the Aeropract A32 Vixen. LP26. And the Aeropract A32 Vixen. It's sleeker, faster, but stalls slower, like the A22 LS. And wait a minute. Cookies. Thank you very much. Amelia brought me part of a cookie. I like cookies. Cookie. That was a Rev X that just took off. That is an N-numbered aircraft. Takeoff distance is about 100 feet. And the rate of climb is right at 1,200 feet per minute. That one right there is the Revolt Evolution aircraft again. That's going to be LP16. Me? Yeah. Very well. Why?
All right, so here's what I'm thinking, okay? To tell the audience, one, what the pattern looks like.
Well, that's why I give the. Okay.
All right. You're gonna like this. You're gonna like this a lot.
All right.
All right. Number two, they want us to post a picture, a video, with narration on the internet of our pattern. Okay. Here's my plan.
All right. Here's the Bushcad. That's Jeremy Knoll. Hey, Jeremy. His sweetie was up here talking with us a little while ago. That's the Bushcad out of South Africa.
I'm not going to fly the drone. The plane will fly the drone. I'm going to hold the drone in the air cam. Okay. Oh, cool. Video stream it back to you here. You can live stream me from the air cam. Okay. And announce what you're doing. And then you announce when we're doing the pattern and say, turning left here over the cemetery, blah, 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 blah. Nice. And then I can just go like this.
Now, and last year, I'm going to see what you're seeing.
You'll see what I'm seeing.
All right, and what's the delay?
None.
Then that won't be a problem at all.
That's nice.
Because it thinks it's flying.
That won't be a problem at all.
That'll be cool.
That'd be cool. I like it.
I love it.
There you go. That's going to be Phil Mednick right there. Hey, Phil. He's in the Revolt right there. The Revolt Evolution aircraft, LP16. Here's Jeremy Knoll in the Bushcad. His sweetie's right in front of me. We're going to get her up here, and she could talk with me about the Bushcad. It's an amazing airplane. I really like it. And Jerry Knoll is an excellent pilot. And your microphone is now on.
Thanks, Paul.
Close and loud.
All right, yeah, you just saw the Bushcat take off, and that is the nose wheel configuration, which is also available as a tail dragger. The Bushcat is manufactured in South Africa for the African bush. Great STOL aircraft for the backcountry type flying. The Bushcat comes as a factory built aircraft or ready to fly, factory built or as a kit. So you can build it at home, qualify for 51%, or you can buy it ready for us.
Can we get builder assist with that?
Yeah, in fact, we're actually doing a builder assist out of our DeLand facility, DeLand, Florida facility right now. It's a simple enough aircraft, but we definitely do provide the builder assist option.
So how much would builder's assist cost if we were going to do that?
I mean, all in all, once that's said and done, you probably end up spending just as much as you would from buying a factory-built aircraft from us. But, some people like to have their hands involved in it.
No doubt about it. I'm one of those individuals. I like to know every single nut and bolt of the aircraft I'm flying. And by being totally involved in the assembly of the aircraft is a real benefit to individuals like me. I'm an engineer, so I really want to see everything.
Well, that's the thing about the Bushcat. The Bushcat is constructed in a aluminum tubular structure, which is covered by a fabric which is called Trilam. The Trilam fabric is originally manufactured for professional racing yacht sails. This fabric literally just gets slid on the aircraft and then laced up. There's no heat shrinking the fabric.
Really?
There's no painting the fabric. Really, if you know how to tie your shoelace, you know how to tie this fabric on. That being said, the fabric does have a lot of zippers in it, and the zippers allow you to be able to easily get to every single corner of this airplane. So that's why we emphasize that the Bushcad is probably going to be the most easily maintained light sport aircraft out there. So your operating costs, your maintenance costs are going to be very, very, very low.
So let's dig into that point. Now, what you just said was that you can actually unzipper different parts of this aircraft so you can get to it without cutting the covering off.
That's correct.
Because that's what has to usually happen, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely. So there's, I think, like 4 or 5 zippers on the underside of the wing. So that provides, they're there mainly for the initial assembly process, but they're there as inspection holes per se. So you just unzip it. You can check all your cable and pulleys, make sure all your rigging is done correctly. So that is done very quickly because everything is visible.
That's fabulous. That's a feature that a lot of people don't know about, and that is a feature that I don't think I've seen on too many aircraft at all.
No, it's definitely very unique. We also have zippers in the fuselage, which then give you access to the baggage compartment.
Yeah.
And the baggage compartment can hold about 91 pounds of fuel, of baggage, and you just basically unzip the side of the fuselage to get at it.
While we're talking about fuel, I see it does like avgas or 95 octane. What is the fuel capacity of the Bushcad?
There is a 24.8 gallon tank in the Bushcad, so it's quite a lot of fuel.
It is a lot of fuel.
You're, when we're flying it around for fun for a couple hours, we're never really going to fill it all the way up. So with 12 to 14 gallons, I mean, we burn about 3.5 to 4 gallons an hour.
And we just saw Amy Mednick just land their LP-16, and that's the Rev XS Patriot version. That's the newest in their line, and that is a 10.9 meter wing, and you go about 100 miles an hour in a dive, or cruise, I'm sorry. Rotex 582, and with 20-gallon tank, you could really fly a long time.
Yeah, it's about a 700 nautical mile range. It's more than my bladder can handle, so, but
Yes.
it can go a long distance for sure.
So in other words, you're saying that your bladder is full before the tank is empty.
That's exactly it.
That's right. And this is a Just aircraft that just landed. He must be an incoming. This is a beige Just aircraft. We do have information. I'll have to pull it out to see the pilot's name there. It does not have the large Tundra tires that you see commonly on the Just aircraft like the Highlander or the Supersol, but it is very, very pretty beige with red stripes. For those of you that are listening on ATC Live, Just Aircraft is in LP20, light plane number 20. And you just saw that beautiful Bushcad landing again with the neon orange. Can we say neon orange? What color would you call that?
Yeah, I call it a neon orange. We also have neon greens. We have blue, black, white. We have zebra stripes we can put on top of
I like
something.
the zebra stripes. Very distinctive.
We actually just did a Bengal tiger, so it was all orange with Bengal tiger stripes. That's up in our Illinois location, about ready to be delivered to the customer.
Nice. What do you find the most selected color by your customers?
It kind of depends what we show at a show. People don't get too creative and they say, I want that. But
Yeah, I got you.
there's a lot of green and black color schemes out there.
Sure. I personally like the high visibility colors myself.
I do too. Unfortunately, those neon orange and greens tend to fade the fastest, but it depends. I always suggest doing a bit of a lighter color at the top and the darker color along the bottom, and this fabric is really quite durable. Because it's made for sailboats, it can really handle a lot of that exposure, ocean type exposure, daylight exposure. But as any fabric covered aircraft, you're going to want to keep it hangared. Just keep it clean.
Now, the powered paragliders, for example, those wings can handle about 600 hours of UV time. What type of UV time do you expect on the fabric on the Bushcad?
Well, time-wise, it's hard to judge. I mean, they do say it could be anywhere between 1,000 and 2,000 hours. It's just as much, it just depends on how well it's kept. If it's kept clean, if you wipe the bugs off of it, that acidity of the bugs can really eat right through the protective layers.
In other words, bug guts are acidic.
That's right.
They are,
Keep
and
it
they'll
clean,
eat your.
keep it
and
hangered.
people who live here in Florida know that because the love bugs will get on the front of your car, and they're just unbelievable. If you let them dry on there, hard to get off, and the next thing you know, you'll actually see it in the clear coat in the paint.
For sure.
Terrible. Are you with Zenith? Are you with Zenith? That's nice. Really, really nice. So you cut that with nice. The reason, reason I was asking because Zenith really did well. UL Powered Zenith did really well in the Stoll National demonstration last night. Really well. Oh, you missed it. We were just talking about the Husky Stoll National demonstration, and we see Jeremy Knoll coming by again. And it will be from 6 o'clock till 7 o'clock tonight, right here at Paradise City, Sun and Fun 2022. Hey, Jeremy, I'm talking with your sweetie over here. That's the Revo LT that just took off, Revo LT. And the Revo LT provides a very cost-effective and safe approach to 2-seat flying in the recreational aviation market for those who like to fly low and slow with a choice of docile wings. They're in LP-16, that's LP-16, Evolution aircraft. And that's one of the Medniks. Couldn't tell you which one this second. Phil Mednick waving to everybody right now. That one is the Revolt. I'm sorry, that's the Revolt. And that wing, that is a dirt bike pretty much for the sky. And another Revolt. That's a Revolt L. ATC Live? And then go down to Paradise City. You'll hear us. Why not? Here's Jeremy Knoll again. Really sweet looking aircraft. For those of you that are listening live on ATC Live, that is a neon orange on the bottom with white on the top. And we just heard from Jeremy's sweetie that you'll easily get 2,000 UV hours, and all the coatings are zippered. You can unzipper them to access just about every inch of that airplane. Here's the Revolt. Phil Mednick flying that one, the Revolt. That has a white and green wing on it, and that Revolt starting price is right at $52,000. You can get yours, LP-16 Evolution aircraft. And it's a flying family out there with Phil Mednick, the father, Larry Mednick, the son, and Amy Mednick, the wife. They're all flying right now, right here at Paradise City Sun and Fun 2022. Hey, baby. We didn't really have breakfast today. We do have some oranges and sausage balls. We don't have any hard-boiled eggs, though. No. Well, we have a representative from Flightline Tours here. He's trying to walk away. He just told me he's Flightline Tours, and now he's walking away. Come back here. Come back. Well, tell me about Flightline Tours so I can tell everybody else. Come on. You don't have to talk on the microphone, but you just tell me about Flightline Tours then. So Flightline Tours will take you all along the flight line in the comfort of a nice seat. You can wave at everybody and see the whole thing while you're sitting there and relaxing. Does it cost anything for Flightline Tours? For $5 no holler, you can sit there in the comfort of a nice seat and see the whole show. Is that what you're telling me? And there's a senior special, 2 for $10. Wait a minute. That doesn't sound like too much of a special. That's $5 for one. Now, I am from Tennessee and slightly challenged when it comes to math, but that doesn't sound like a special deal. No, that's not a special deal. What's the real deal? That's it. So in other words, it's better to go ahead and just pay your own ticket. That's what the kids wrote on there. I understand. Well, right now we've got the Revolt, the Evolution Revolt up flying. We also have the Evolution Revo Lt flying. And in fact, I think there's 2 Revolts up there right now. No. You're so pretty. I patted your wing a little bit. I got your wing out.
Saw that.
Yeah, you should find Paradise City when you go down there. Yep. Did you find Paradise City? It should say Paradise City. It's time to find Paradise. Down. Why?
Uh-oh. That's
Hey, Amelia's right. Michael? Yeah? Paradise City. Let me find out why it's down. Hold on just a second. All right.
got some dates in here. Do you want a napkin?
Yeah, I can. Get another one. I have one already, but kind of.
Oh, that's nice.
That was at Margaritaville.
Ooh, wow, you did good.
Yes,
didn't you?
it should be up now.
If you want to get back, I'll leave this here. You can just use this. It's just a drone, no props on it. But you can use this as a live camera. If you remove the live camera, it'll transmit
We're live streaming. And does he have that on
He's
there?
got a feed to it. Yeah.
Definitely. Put it right here.
So you can just leave it on the table. You can put
I
it right
like it.
here. So there's.
All right, we were informed that our ATC live connection to Paradise City was down. Is it up now, sir? And we kicked it in the pants, and it should be up and running. It says it's connected now. There will be delay. There'll probably be about a 10, 15-second delay. But right here at Paradise City, we're live streaming ATC Live, Paradise City channel, as well as several. It should be up now. Talk to them in there about that, because when I'm announcing, I can't do it. And here we go, the Evolution aircraft, LP-16 with the Revo Lt. Revo Lt options include a 14-meter double surface wing, electric in-flight speed trim, instructor package, BRS, parachute, and low inertia E props, 4 or 6 blade, as well as LED lighting. The Revo Light Sport. Oh, very good. The Revo Sport aircraft is about 600 pounds, and the starting price is right at $85,900, and it has an 18-gallon fuel tank, and it's commercial quality instruction designed for pilots wanting no compromises. That's Evolution Aircraft, LP-16. As we watch Jeremy Knoll coming in for another landing, look how graceful this Bushcad is. Very smooth, grease the landing. I don't even think he would spill his coffee on that one, do you? Very, very nice. Is that James or is it going to be Bob?
James usually buys that one.
Oh, yeah. Here's the Auto Gyro Cavalon. Auto Gyro Cavalon. I mean, it's going to be James. James Macau, we're told, is flying that. In fact, we've got a friend coming up who's going to talk to us about Auto Gyro and specifically the Cavalon, because that's going up. We see.
Morning, guys.
Morning. How you doing today?
Good morning. I'm James. I'm with Auto Gyro. I'm an owner and also a fun flying instructor.
So let me ask you a question. We actually have a drone that doesn't have propellers on it. Next time the Auto Gyro goes around, can you have someone hold the drone camera in there so we can live stream the entire pattern and you can comment on it while it's happening? What do you think about that?
That actually can happen. That's not a problem.
I think that would be good. And everybody could see what's going on in that Auto Gyro Cavalon. Absolutely gorgeous Auto Gyro. Tell us about some of the safety features of the Auto Gyro Cavalon.
Absolutely. So this little spaceship-looking vehicle you see with rotors on the top on your left side is one of the safest aircraft in the world. It's designed To be safe, it was designed in 1923. It was the beginning of gyrocopters, gyroplanes. So this aircraft is always in auto rotation, even with an engine failure. It's normal flight.
Here's the Revolt landing. It looks like Phil Mednick flying that one, and we have, well, that wasn't Dennis Long at the controls of that Aeropract A32 Vixen, but we'll find out who that is. We also see the Greg Spicola with the American Ranger AR-1, and that's Silverlight Aviation. Silverlight Aviation, he just pointed to the sky like, go Buck Rogers or something, huh?
I know. No hands.
No hands, Mom. And Silverlight Aviation is an LP3, and we just saw, of course, one of the Mednicks flying, Evolution. So back to this absolutely gorgeous autogyro Cavalon, and he should be coming around for launch in just a moment. We're sitting down. We're actually under the cover sitting down, which is rare for us here.
It is, certainly is.
Oh, there's Phil there. So it must have been Larry that took off a moment ago. There's Phil there in that Revolt Evolution aircraft. It's a beautiful day here today, isn't it?
It's a gorgeous day here.
Blue sky, broken clouds. The wind is not bad. We'll have to look at the weather, and we'll see what the wind speed is, but I would have to say 6 miles an hour is my guess at the most. What do you think? I'm doing wonderful. I am tired, though. I am ready to go. 100 miles south. Port Charlotte. 3 gusting 11 is the word. 3 gusting 11. It's mostly north component, a little bit of west. So everybody is actually doing a left-hand pattern here at Paradise City Sun and Fun 2022. I see the crowds filing in. The parking lot is definitely filling up, isn't it? This is where you would say, yeah, it certainly is.
Absolutely is.
This is my 4th year here. Fourth year. It's been a 5-year period, but 4 times, 4 years. I'm an ultralight.
I'm a paraglider guy, too. I do, but cross-country.
Yeah, I really like paragliding, too. I'll tell you that. I'm going to go to the mountains again. We haven't done that. I'm going to take my wife to Costa Rica, and we're going to jump off the mountains there. It's a lot of fun. We're going to. Yeah. Know of him. Haven't talked to him directly, but I know of him. So we're all waiting here. The autogyro Cavalon, it started to blow off. That's why I grabbed it. The autogyro Cavalon getting ready. And Michael, we do have a taker to hold the drone. In fact, who's flying the autogyro Cavalon?
Got Jimmy, and Jimmy's Wild Adventure is spinning up right now in the autogyro Cavalon on your left side. Jimmy's Wild Adventures. He's actually getting famous these days on the Insta.
So we're going to have him hold a web camera, basically, while they're flying. Obviously, we'll have a passenger do that for
Certainly.
safety purposes.
Absolutely. Here we go. So he pre-rotates to about 200 to 300 RPM, keeps it down low. He could fly vertically right now, but he keeps it fast and accelerates, and then he's going to pull up, and the climb rate here is between 1,500 and 2,000 at the top when he wants, or he just blasts away and have some fun. The Cavalon is one of the safest aircraft in the world. It's designed to cruise between 100 and 115. Jimmy cruised about 115 with his. He's got a big bore kit on his gyro Cavalon. That machine has about a 5-hour range, and it costs about $25 an hour to fly it. I just flew my personal one from Arkansas out to California in a couple days. He just flew his from California here in about 3 days.
Here comes the AirCam. AirCam was designed by Phil Lockwood. Phil Lockwood was asked by National Geographic to design an aircraft that is very reliable, very low flying capabilities and slow capabilities so that they can take aerial photography for their magazine.
And do you know why it's called an AirCam?
Because it's a camera in the air.
That's right. The front seat wasn't actually a seat. It was a camera on the first one.
Da-da-da. Here's Greg Spicola, American Ranger AR-1. And earlier in the week, you guys didn't know it because you weren't here, but earlier in the week, it was quite gusty conditions and high winds. And there were only a few aircraft flying. One was the autogyro Cavalon, and the other one was the one you just saw took off, the American Ranger AR-1 with Greg Spicola.
That's right. They don't mind much about winds. We love winds and gyros. We don't need wind, but we can fly up to 40 knots of wind, which the aircraft is certified for.
So why is that?
Well, the aircraft only has about 5% of the rotor disc covered by rotor blades, so the wing loading or the disc loading is very high. So even though it flies like a STOL, we cut through turbulence like a very small wing airplane.
We have JT Wordle here. JT, you flew this morning. Tell us how that was.
Lovely flying here. JT Wardle on YouTube. These guys will not stop putting video on. So, yeah, I'm a paramotor instructor, actionlife.co.com. But lovely air this morning. We thought it would be a little bit gusty. We had a red flag up to begin with, and we just watched it, and it just kind of mellowed out. So I think the clouds killed things down a little bit, but flying. Lovely. Sun and Fun 2022 is so beautiful.
That's right. That's JT Wordle. He was the first to fly this morning here at Sun and Fun, Paradise City 2022. And he was flying a McFly 185 Viterazzi engine with a BVG Luna 2 wing, and that was 18 square meter wing. So that's an excellent combination. And here is one of the Medniks again, and this is going to be LP-16 Evolution Aircraft, LP-16, and that one is the Revolt, and I think that one was Phil Mednik. Was that Phil?
Looks like Phil.
Looks like Phil. No problem, man. Take care and have fun. Put something on Facebook. Well, you better be early because a lot of people are tearing down Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So you'd have to be early.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you during the day and see what you think.
No doubt about it. So has the show been good for Autogyro here?
It's been phenomenal for Autogyro, and I actually ordered my own personal MTO Autogyro. It's an open cockpit front and back version.
Now, I know you're only 37-year-olds, but would you adopt me? Because if you can order one, then that means you've got a couple of coins, and the CFO, my wife,
Excellent.
I don't think she's going to let me buy one.
Well, I fly airplanes for a living. It actually supports my other airplane habit.
Ah, so you're a junkie.
I am a junkie. I have a support group. It's not like an alcohol support group. They actually want me to take more of the drug.
I understand that.
That's aviation.
Old Glory just landed. Old Glory.
You know, I actually have a coffee cup that has a warning symbol on it, and it says aviation may be hazardous to your wealth. You know, it's my favorite coffee cup at the office, you know.
Michael, do you know about Old Glory there?
I don't. What's the story on Old Glory?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
It's a beautiful aircraft, but I really don't know the history on that.
You know, typically lawyers don't ask a question they don't know the answer to. I am quite the opposite, being from Tennessee and Polish.
Okay, I got you.
I don't know the answer. If anybody knows about Old Glory there, you can please come over and let us know. It's an incoming. We have not seen that here at the show at Paradise City Sun and Fun 2022 up to this point.
It is a beautiful aircraft, though.
It is. Old Glory. I like the paint scheme.
It is.
And those of you that are...
You want to read that? Put the microphone in your hand?
There's not much to it. Doesn't say
So Dorman Aviation Cub Crafters is at Old Glory out of Arizona is what I've learned here from our research team.
The lovely producer, Donna. And we just saw another Evolution aircraft land, and Jeremy Knoll in the Bushcad. I love this Bushcad. The paint scheme, bright neon orange with white. And here we got a real treat coming up. We're going to have the a web camera that is going to live stream a flight in the air cam on a pattern. Michael Den Hertog is going to give us the skinny on that. What's going on, Michael?
So we're actually, they would not like us to fly a drone in the pattern tonight.
not?
You know, there's just something about it. They're just scared of drones. They just can't quite get with the times, you know. But anyway, the what we're going to do is we're actually going to take a Mavic 3 and we're going to hold it without props, fold it up, which is actually a common technique that a lot of videographers are doing now because the optics are so good on these drone cameras and they're stabilized so good that we take the Mavic 3 and actually